Hey all, and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. The main story is sadly over, but thank you, Lone Screen. Real good for the start of a playthrough. We have much more to show you today. It is a little bit of epilogue fun, as it were. So, let's go down to extra story, and it's time to begin Xenoblade Chronicles Future Connected. Again, these loading screens are really taking the hype out of this intro, but whatever, I'm using my OBS, and I can capture directly off the screen, which is nice.
Yep, some new capture card troubles going on, but here we are. We're finally getting to Future Connected.
Yeah, sadly, I can't send Spar the audio like we were doing with the other media, but it's a price to pay for zero lag and better quality footage.
It also means I get to play my own music, so I'm listening to Prologue B right now.
Oh god, they're spoiling everything. I didn't know this.
I believe this part's going up on the channel today as we're recording.
Oh yeah, so it is.
I hope you all have enjoyed the playthrough so far and look forward to the rest of what we got for Future Connected and everything that might be coming in the future.
Oh yes, oh yes.
And is coming, because, you know, we're definitely doing more. It's not really a question at this point.
I was going to stop directly after this part, the sentence I'm speaking right now.
So what do you know about Future Connected?
The basic premise, the fact that it stars Shulk and Melia and some of Ricky's kids, the final boss, and that's about it, really.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest when I tell you that there's not a whole lot more than that. It's a pretty short segment. Most people could finish it at about 10 hours. I figure we can do a little bit more than that, depending on how much we plan on exploring. It took me about 20 hours when I played it, but that was a lot of exploring, a lot of sitting around with the game running, not doing anything because I got called away and stuff like that. So it's not a super long segment, though. I will say that much.
That's fine, mate. There it is, the Bionis Shoulder. What's it doing all the way up here?
Yeah, this was weird for me because this basically confirmed that a lot of stuff from the old world transferred over into the new one, which wasn't entirely clear at the end of the main game, but they definitely make it clear this time.
Melia sounds much deeper in this one, by the way. I think Jenna Coleman kind of forgot how to voice it for a little bit.
I mean, it has also been, what, 10 years since the original games, so...
I'm just happy she came back at all, honestly.
I really don't mind the new voice. I think it works for Melia quite well. The problem that I have is that they kept a lot of her older combat dialogue, so you'll hear the old voice mixed in with the new one quite a lot.
Well, what can I say, Shulk? I feel younger during the heat of battle.
I think there were some times where I would hear the young voice calling out attack names, and then the post-battle dialogue would use the new voice to interact with the new characters. And it's just a bit of shock to go back and forth like that.
Telethea still exist?
Yeah, I don't really understand that, in all honesty, because the whole point of Telethea was to set up the Bionis for Zanza's food, basically.
Interesting.
I guess now they just kind of roam without a purpose.
I suppose Torn and the Golden Country helped them get ready for this.
Yeah, I don't actually know anything about that. My very limited knowledge of Xenoblade 2. I don't know anything about Torna, actually.
Alcamoth's still looking fresh and wanna, hey, get out. Oh, that's cool. It almost got me for a second. I was like, did you forget your own game? It's like, no, motherfucker.
Now, in the original playthrough, I was quite knowledgeable about a lot of the stuff because I'm very knowledgeable about Xenoblade. I've only played Future Connected once, so I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually know a lot about this, so it's gonna be you exploring and experiencing stuff for the first time, which makes for better content anyway.
Some new defensive measure, perhaps.
Damn, Jenna. Sound husky as fuck, girl.
The junks. Can it fly?
So what?
Some components sustained heavy
Nicole,
damage.
was it? Eggel's
They won't
dad?
budge
He
until
just
we
lent
swap
us
them out.
junks?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they need it anymore, I guess.
I'm on the ground now.
Everyone just lives in... Is it still called Colony 9? I don't even know.
You just call
You
it
make
9.
sound very
Yeah, I
sensible.
suppose.
Remember, we are still very much in the dark here.
Good thing I came prepared.
Fuck yeah, buddy.
Probably be needing this.
I like the new replica Monado.
Mhm.
I kind of like some of the replicas you get in the main game better, but this one's not bad.
Oh, amazing line coming up.
Voices.
Are those?
I suppose we have to wait a little bit.
It's Kino. and
Ah!
Renee.
He said it!
What are they doing here?
Shulk, we must help them.
Of course.
I went into this completely blind, so I had no idea why I was expected to know who these characters were, but these are actually two of Ricky's children.
Huh. As you progress through the adventure, instead of chain attacks, you'll unlock an all-new system performing all-out attacks. Nice. He's lost the power to see visions. This calls for more caution than before when it comes to the enemy's most powerful attacks. Oh, we're fucked. Some allies will battle in ways not present before. The skill tree system has been removed. Okay.
Yep, so overall, your party's a lot weaker. It's also quite smaller, as you can tell. No chain attacks, no visions means you gotta be real careful with just about everything. You still have, Shulk does still have access to almost every Monado art. He doesn't have access to enchant because there's no reason to have enchant anymore.
No. Kino Pumpkin.
But he does still have all the others, which just means if you want to make use of Monado's shield, you kind of gotta anticipate when the enemy's gonna use a talent art.
That is Kino.
I love Kino and Nene so much. They were absolutely the highlight of this whole, like, news story for me.
Let us help too.
Miss Melia, Mr. Shulk. How very welcome. More is always merrier.
Teetering on Xenoblade 2 vibes here, but I'll allow it.
You know what they say, more is always merrier.
It is indeed. Let's see. No offense, Melia, but I kind of want to play as Shulk just to start off with, and then I'll dabble in other things. Of course I'm having Kino in the party. Let's check out our arts. Yep, we got backslash.
Yeah, everything's sort of reset to this level. I don't know if everyone was slacking on their training during however long between the end of the main game and the start of Future Connected, but everyone's a bit weaker.
It's okay, I remember how to play. Sort of.
Shulk plays pretty much the same. Nothing's really different here. Like I said, the only difference for him is just no visions and needing to use Monado's shield a bit more sparingly, I guess. As far as I know, Melia is the same as well. Nothing really different with her. It's the two new characters that obviously are a little bit different. Because they're based on Ryan and Charla, for the most part. There are a few things that are different between them. From what I know, Nene's actually pretty much just a straight downgrade from Charla.
Oh.
Or from Ryan, rather, because her animations are a lot longer.
Kino.
And one of the best things about Ryan was that his animations were actually pretty fast for his
It was like
attacks.
seeing Ryan and Charla fighting together again.
Oh, there you go. You just kind of spelled it out for us.
Fitting. For children of here upon Ricky's household.
Yeah.
No injuries, Kino?
Nene, very, very sorry. Kino, not so good with strangers.
It's always weird when Anopon
Oh,
just speaks with
really?
a regular-ass human voice.
Most interesting.
I mean, again,
Personally,
I don't like the meme thing that they
There is a
gave
risk
to
of
these
another
Nopon,
attack.
that
We
sort of
can
came
move
from
to a safer
Xenoblade 2.
location.
That was one of the things I really didn't like in Xenoblade 2, how they had that verbal tick.
Plenty acceptable.
Well,
But, I mean, I guess it's not the
Let's
most,
go.
terrible thing they could have done.
also, I've sat through the partner in World of Final Fantasy. I'm alright with this. That's a good game, by the way.
I have not had a chance to play it. I'll be honest, I don't really know pretty much anything about it.
Nah, it's a fun turn-based RPG with a stacking mechanic.
This place
Might
looks
throw it on my
promising.
rental list when I
We
get
can
through
take
with
a look
everything
here.
else that I want to play.
There you go. Yeah. It's not even close to night yet.
So tell us,
Oh, well, they're just resting anyway. It doesn't really matter what time of day it is.
how did you even get here at all?
That's a good question, Melly.
Didn't you know that Nopon can fly?
I did wonder what those things around their head were.
I think these two must have come on the junks.
Oh, they were stowing away and whatnot. Makes sense.
In the one room with no other hallways or doors that they could have possibly gone through to hide in.
Oh. Precious
Are you quite sure?
establishing shots.
When you consider their relative positions,
Adam sounds
it's
much
quite
older as
credible.
well.
The capital.
I really
Bionis
didn't think
Shoulder.
his voice was that different, but I suppose compared to Jenna, I didn't hear much of a difference, so I thought he just sounded the same, whereas Jenna's obviously
So
very
that is where
different.
the
This
junks
is
come
exactly
from.
what I wanted from a Xenoblade sequel.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
this
it.
is a really cool story. It's supposed to connect to Xenoblade 2, and I
Even
think
though
I
we
said
won
before
peace
that I
and
don't
Zanza's
really see
defeat,
that, but I
the
also
rebuilding
don't know
continues.
a whole lot about
Much remains
Xenoblade
to be
2 in
done.
order to connect it there.
I realised that.
There was already a connection in
And I also know that you've been
the
putting in
finale of
every effort.
Xenoblade 1, but
So why
I'll
then?
say no more.
If the capital is on the shoulder,
One of the
there are people there.
YouTube channels that I usually follow for,
I thought you'd want
gameplay
to go.
advice, Enel, I've brought him up in previous parts. He has recently been covering Xenosaga, actually, which
We
is
should be
something that
there
I've
and
already
back
always
in less
been
than half a
interested in.
day.
And one of the thumbnails, one of the thumbnails on the videos actually shows a symbol which looks a lot like the symbol that appears on Rex when he becomes a driver. Or maybe it's the one that's on Pyra because she's a blade. I can't remember. It's one of those symbols, so, I mean, the Xeno series has always had those callbacks. I don't think it's that much of an important connection. It's just, something to call back to their previous games, I guess.
When we suddenly hear voices.
I want to protect him with the Monado!
Nene watched Kino with eyes of Rogel. Kino, follow Mr. Shulk from behind.
I really thought when I
and
started this that
insist
Kino and Nene were going to be annoying,
Uh-huh.
and they really turned out to just be absolutely wholesome. They are the I want to protect them characters.
Well, that's the thing. You'd think, say, in Mandalorian, that Baby Yoda would be annoying, but he turns out more endearing than anything because he has that connection to Mando.
Kino
And it
always
helps
protected
that
Dad
he's
and
never,
Want to
he
become
doesn't
like
ever hit that
Hero
annoying
too.
threreshold.
I'm certain
He's
Ricky
either
would be most
cute
proud.
or funny.
How
And,
did that lead
I
to you
mean,
boarding
that's
our
about
vessel?
it.
Yeah.
He sees
That's all
the
Baby
opportunity
Yoda
to
ever really
help
needed to
people in
be.
trouble. That way, can become friends with people everywhere.
Yep, that's a good way to look at life, really.
Make friends with every toe step.
You get it? Because we don't have feet, we only have one toe. It's kind of disgusting, really.
That does explain things.
No, it doesn't, Melly. It raises further questions.
Many sorries.
I just realised it's a very slow, melodic version of Ricky's theme.
He's not scored Nene. Altars of Kino only.
Once again, I can't actually hear the audio through the capture card nowadays.
I'm
so,
sorry.
It's okay. We did our best.
I spent
to
like
try to fix it.
half an hour before we started trying to fix it, and I couldn't.
You were alone.
And then I threw my controller down and had a little tantrum and needed 10 minutes.
One day, out of
Some of that might have been my fault, but here we are.
No, it wasn't. I'll take the L on that one.
that day, nobody made
Again, this fire is worthless. Look at the sun. It could not be more bright.
What happy they could say.
Hey, just because the sun is out doesn't mean it's warm. Looks outside my window.
Looks outside my window. You must be brave, Kino. Oh.
God, I love Kino so much. Kino is like everything I love about Ricky,
Kino,
but he hasn't quite
your
hit that,
family honor.
arrogant threshold.
Yours is a most noble
Because
sentiment.
Ricky's arrogance
I'm
was
utterly
sort of
certain
endearing
that
because you're
Ricky
like,
and Oka are
man,
proud
he's
of you too.
accomplished stuff, so his arrogance is worthwhile. Kino's like,
Actually,
he's
Melody
learning
and I are a bit
to
of
actually
trouble right
accomplish
now.
stuff
We could use
to
the
reach
help.
that threshold, which is great to see.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. Like that little bluegrass twang in it.
You really twist wing, but fine. We'll allow to be sidekicks of Kino.
Oh, there's his dad shining through.
Kino, wrong word. Supposed to say friends.
Wow, this was a surprisingly long cutscene.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of needed it to really introduce the new characters, I guess,
Yeah.
so that
So,
it feels like we actually
We'll be
know
heading
them,
for the
because
capital to find parts
Shulk
of the
and Melia
dance.
already know them.
Yes,
They don't need the
about
introduction. We, as the players, need the introduction.
It's a bit
Yes.
of a
It was kind of weird when Shulk
Could we
turned
check out
directly
that
to the
cave?
camera and said, "As you know, Melia, these are Ricky's kids." And Melia responded, "Yes, Shulk, I understand." Huh. Is that a fucking house over there?
Explain.
Yeah, there's a camp
I'm
over
a bit
there,
concerned.
and
What you said about
I'm pretty
defensive
sure they
measures.
expected the Bionis
Your
Shoulder to
theory may
be
come under fire again.
completely
Is that
uninhabited.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people got to work quickly in this new world.
It is true. Caution frequently pays off in the long run. The Cape it is.
Alright.
Great. It's settled.
Legend of Hero Port Kino. It all starts here. Mehey.
Aww. Look at the fucking reskinned Rickies, I see you. The event theatre has been added to the title screen. Oh, my controller or screen turned off for a second there. Yeah, today you can change the weather. So if you want a really happy scene with rain, you can do that.
Yeah, alright.
Oh man. What can I say, except I'm really feeling it. Alright, let's go.
You can see a symbol off to your south on the mini-map there, if you want to go check that out.
Okay. Oh, who's targeting me?
Bird. Scary bird. I think this thing killed me when I started playing this, actually.
I ain't no bitch. Pyaw!
Because Shulk and Melia start at level 60, but Kino and Nene start at 58. So they're actually really underleveled for these things.
Oh, it's fine. Oh, I have armor. Good.
Armor and Eater do carry over if you pick them up in the main story before starting Future Connected. I think you might have them by default, because you can start Future Connected without even touching the base game, which I always found a little weird, but I guess it was for people that had already played through and just wanted to do the epilogue.
I think that's the best way to do it, really. I mean, if you get tempted enough to check out the epilogue, then whatever.
I definitely went all the way through a full playthrough because I wanted to experience Definitive Edition before I went into the epilogue. Also, it had been a little bit since I played Xenoblade, so I wanted to refresh myself on anything.
Okay, I'm vibing with the battle music.
I don't remember what it sounds like, I'm going to be honest, but I do remember there is one particular battle theme that I love, and we'll get to that in a little bit.
Okay. Okay, so quiet moments basically replace heart to hearts.
Yes, and there are no affinity requirements because there's no affinity in this. The only requirements, I think, are just time of day and having the characters in your party.
Oh, they're voiced as well.
Smell heavenly.
They're also voiced, and I don't think there's any, dialogue selections. I think it's just having the two talk to each other. So you're just kind of getting the background. There's no dialogue selection to make sure you get the right thing.
Neat.
Then we have something in common. Before, when I spoke of them to a Homs friend, she said flowers are nice, but nothing beats a warm dinner.
Do we know this Homs friend she's talking about?
I would imagine it's either referring to Charlotte or Fiora.
Sounds more like a Fiora thing, honestly.
I think so. I think Fiora doesn't like flowers, if I recall correctly. I'm pretty sure that is a heart-to-heart that Fiora and Melia have at one point, if I recall correctly.
Oh, the continuity, it's good.
Oh, yummy scrummy.
Look, that's not. Hold on.
Meme?
I don't remember, have they
You love flowers.
stated explicitly so far how long it's been since the end of the main game?
After that,
It said 1 year later, mate.
Oh, that's right, it did, okay.
You're one of them. Nene, listen.
Did she just, like, drop a racial slur or imply it? You're one of those filthy, flower-eating nop-on shits.
Create ornaments and works of art, and that is a great part of their charm.
So don't eat the flowers, wear the flowers.
Flowers are friends, not food.
Nene, remember, long ago Dadapon make Mamapon flower crown for giver's gift.
Oh, this is called a lay. You'll understand what that means when you're older.
I like these little scenes, especially with Nene and Kino, because we learn about Ricky being a dad.
Very much so.
We didn't get much of that, and it's honestly, like, again, Nene and Kino are my favorite parts of this. And part of the reason why that is because we see more of Ricky. Not explicitly, Ricky's obviously not here, but we understand more of what makes Ricky such a good parent.
Nene, Miss Melia look most bestest in blue. What think?
While I appreciate the offer greatly, weren't you originally of the regarding flowers as food persuasion?
Meh? If you make pollen orbs from not eatable flowers, they bitter and not tasty.
She says, knowing full well having eaten one herself.
It is just as you say. So not
I mean, their entire
different but equal.
economy, lifestyle is built around the pollen orbs, so I'm sure they have, like, a whole bunch of research done on what flowers are good and which ones
Try and
aren't.
choose only one while discounting the other.
Which begs the question, does Frontier Village still exist in the New World?
Huh. I guess we'll never know.
And yet, why do it for me? And won't Kino and Shulk feel left out?
Fuck 'em. More flowers for the girls?
Reason. Nene just want to see smiling face of Miss Melia, bright as sun rays.
Aw,
My,
that's a very Ricky trait. Oh no, in more ways than one. Fuck!
Nene, not say anything weird.
Ricky had a crush on Melia, that's why I said that.
not at all.
Yeah.
It was
Thank
just
you, Spar, for
something
letting me know about that.
I should take a leaf out of your book.
I don't remember which heart-to-heart that is, but I know Ricky definitely mentioned it to
I
someone.
look forward to the gift.
We're off to a strong start here.
Although, I would feel a bit awkward were I the only one to wear one. Why don't we make them together and exchange them afterwards?
Sure, why not? And then we can throw them away and make new ones.
Marvelicious. Is deal. No, in fact, is unbreakable promise.
If you break it, I will kill you, and they will never find the body. Why did I give her Ricky's voice?